In this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple things that I wish I knew as a beginner to video editing before using DaVinci Resolve. Hi there, I'm Maria, and I share with you tips and tricks that I've learned using DaVinci Resolve to make your videos better. So, you've started a new project, loaded your new files in with the correct naming system, and now you're ready to begin. What tips do I have for you as a beginner to video editing? Now, when using other programs, I'm used to double-clicking somewhere to make the pointer appear in that location. However, when I tried this in DaVinci Resolve, it didn't work. So I kept dragging that pointer back and forth across the whole screen. Nightmare. Instead, what I learned afterwards is you need to take your mouse, double-click near the top of your timeline, and then the pointer appears in that spot. You've also got the zoom in and out function, which means you can zoom out to see the whole timeline and then zoom in exactly where you want. These two things, trust me, will save you a lot of time. So you have 2 screens to use when video editing in DaVinci Resolve. The screen on the left is for clips from your media pool, so you can scroll through them and take selections to drop into your main timeline. The screen on the right is what actually you're seeing from your main timeline. When you select a clip to edit in your main timeline and then, for example, go to the inspector in the top right corner, you'll notice that you go from 2 screens down to 1 screen. If you'd like to go back to 2 screens, all you need to do is click on the inspector tab again and you'll find that that closes and you have 2 screens again. So you've spent ages filming, you've loaded your clips into DaVinci Resolve, and then you go to look at the footage and you realise that you haven't quite centred all your footage. Don't worry, this is a really easy fix. Select the clip where you've not quite centred it right, and all you need to do then is go to the inspector, go down to zoom, and you'll see that you can zoom in and out and actually frame yourself in the centre. This will save you a lot of time and all your clips will look professionally done. When I first started video editing, I noticed that when I dragged a clip down into my main timeline, DaVinci would want to add it to a new track. Initially, I went ahead and did this and ended up with 10 tracks, but this turned out to be a nightmare to try and manage. Instead, I recommend condensing your tracks down into as few as possible. This not only makes it easier to manage, but if there is a problem, it's easier for you to find the issue. It can be difficult to record footage on the go, especially if you're doing this by hand. If you notice that any of your footage is a little shaky when you load it up into DaVinci Resolve, all you need to do once it's in your main timeline is to select the clip, go up to Inspector, and scroll down until you see the stabilization feature. This will help to correct any shakiness and give your footage a professional finish. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what videos you'd like to see next. Until next time, stay curious and never stop learning.